Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourselves in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Hong Kong House of Cards. This evening's action, as after all, every good scene requires action, will be taking place at Gravedigger's establishment Carpe Noctem. As it is currently a as it is currently a Thursday night, my apologies, the club will be relatively sedate. You know, the queue will have been short to get in. There'll be a number of regular patrons drinking at the bar, some couples slow dancing on the dance floor too. For the record, in case people don't know this, I actually have a random dice I roll and a chart for which emo/rock band is currently playing. Give me one moment. It's currently Linkin Park. I accept this.
It's gotta be the darkness playing a thing called love.
Okay, that might be the next song up. Moving on. But yes, we shall intro our collection of characters as they enter the establishment this evening. So, whomever wishes to go first.
All right. Arthur will walk in carrying his two satchels as usual. Silver hair, silver eyes, moonstone skin, slight glow to his skin right now. Walks in, kind of looks around, walks up to the bar and orders a cream soda.
The bartender behind the bar will look you up and down and say, "Oh, right, you're one of the ones who get it on the house, aren't you, sir?"
Arthur will nod his head and then hand over a 50.
She will look down and go, "If you want to pay, that's entirely fine."
No, that's for you. That's for you to make sure you're taken care of tonight.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. She'll smile. Mr. Gravedigger and Mr. Spider are upstairs if you'd like to join them.
I suppose I should. Arthur will take his cream soda and head on upstairs. And we'll allow other people to enter now.
For the new person, we are currently setting the scene in the goth nightclub Carpe Noctem. If you haven't been before, the entirety of the interior has basically been designed to look like a graveyard / mausoleum. So the dance floor is entirely constructed of plastic tombstones that slot together. All of the tables are shaped like coffin lids, etc., etc., etc.
Spiffy. Is there a dress code?
It's a goth club, goth/punk club.
Oakley dokley.
Okay. So who would like to come in next? Takers.
Alistair will just walk in.
Okay.
Okay, he's got jeans, t-shirt, probably like a light jacket. Hair grow out to cover his pointy ears, so he doesn't have to wear like a headband or a hat or the hood up on his jacket anymore. And of course, violet eyes, white hair. The bar. Just kind of wave.
The bartender, who is this evening a rather attractive young Asian girl with bright neon pink hair, will look you up and down and say, "Nice to see you, handsome, and what can I get you?"
It's good to see you as well. Just some water for right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I already had a few drinks down the street.
Okay, you're the boss. She will walk up and get a bottle of water and crack it over ice and pour it into a cup, or pour it into a glass for you.
From Modern hair and take a sip.
I can't help noticing your eyes are physically violet, aren't they?
Yeah, like they are actually violet.
Okay. She will say, "I can't help but noticing, but You're one of those, aren't you?
Wanna what?
The ones that I send upstairs when they walk in. Sorry, new to the job.
Tilt his head to the side and shrug. Not really sure what you mean by that.
She'll kind of hop up, and she has to physically hop up onto leverage her hands on the bottom of on the bottom rung of the bar, so she could whisper in your ear, and she'll say, "One of the special people that my boss likes to talk to privately."
I guess. Yeah, your boss is still Gravedigger, right?
Yeah. Unless you know any other pasty emo 1880 wannabe lookalikes.
Doesn't he have like some friends or something that go with him? Like they all look the same, don't they?
That's fair, but not many of them own the club.
Well, how was I supposed to know? I don't check up on this place. Like, he might have died and they might have taken over.
I think if Mr. Gravedigger died, many, many, many things. Many things. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, it's upstairs. First door on the left. Oh, and by the way, she flicks you a card from between her fingers.
He'll take it and look it over.
It's just her phone number, and she'll wink at you.
He'll smile and shove it in his pocket, then walk up the stairs with his water.
Okay. Who wants to? And yes, we will have a discussion at the door because that would be highly amusing. But in that case, shall we introduce Mr. Aiden Gray? Is it Greyhelm next? Greyhelm. I like saying that.
He'll just kind of wander in the bar. He doesn't really know why he's here, but he saw Alistair come in, and hey, he knows Alistair. He knows he's supernatural. So
does
we'll
Aiden have the correspondence sphere?
He does.
This place is magical and warded as fuck.
Okay, so he knows it's some kind of mage place.
Do you have Prime?
Yes.
Do you currently have your Prime site up or activated?
No, but easily. But I mean, he's kind of just wandered in here because he saw Alistair wandering here, and he knows Alistair's supernatural.
Okay. The same attractive young lady is at the bar.
Just goes up to her and asks for a drink. Asks for a water because he actually doesn't have money.
Honestly, what the fuck is with people asking for water today? He says as she goes and gets another bottle of water, pours it over ice, and hands it to you.
He'll take it and just set it on the bar. He doesn't take a sip from it. He just kind of turns and as he's sitting at the bar and watches like the people just kind of curiously.
Sir,
He'll turn and look at her.
is there something we can do for you? Just you kind of sit perching there, kind of eyeing up the punters is kind of creepy.
He just goes, well, I was looking for a friend.
And who might that be, sir?
White hair, unusual color eyes, calls himself Alistair.
And what do you want with this person, sir?
Well, I was kind of out and about, saw them, tried to say hello, but they didn't hear me, so
Okay,
see if I could find them and hang out with them.
you can see she looks a little bit unsure, and actually, Caleb, wakey. The bartender, whose name is going to be, God knows, I need to come up with a random name generator for these because it's not my normal one, is going to be Okay, she's going to be called Violet, despite the fact her hair is pink, not purple. That's now a thing. Okay. She will basically click her earpiece and will message up and say, "Hey, Spider, there's some really weird guy down here looking for one of the special guests. I wondered if maybe you wanted to come and talk to him." She says that very quietly, so if you want to try and overhear her, Aiden, you can probably make a roll for it.
Spider's asleep.
By that, I mean, she hears the noise coming down the line. She's like, "Spider, wake the fuck up!"
What? God, what?
That you definitely heard. She shouted that. There's some really weird guy looking for one of Mr. Gravedigger's special guests, and I wondered if you wanted to talk to him. You might be weird. I don't fucking know.
Fuck, what time is it?
It's like 11:30 for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, I hold different hours. Also, stop with the sass. Anyway, sure, I'll go talk to him.
By the way, hearing your accent, basically a whiskey is placed down in front of Aiden, by the way, and she'll say, "Compliments of the house, sir."
I swear to
We'll
God, I
just
don't know
smile
how
at her
this
and
place
nod.
keeps in money.
Because we're popular and people love us.
Yeah, but we give away all of our profits. Anyway, I'm walking down. I put on my jacket, finish off a bottle of Jack. All right, time to go to work. All right, so I come down the stairs, looking around. I look at the bar like, who? Who am I looking for?
Violet kind of nudges her head towards where Aiden is sitting.
All right. I'll go and sit next to him. So, you looking for someone?
He just kind of looks over. Why, yes, I'm looking for one of my friends.
All right. I'm very low tolerance for bullshit today. Since somebody woke me up brutally. Anyway, so how do I put this delicately? Do you like Harry Potter?
He thinks from him and says, "Well, it got a lot of shit wrong in my opinion, but it was overall
No.
a decent book."
Okay. Nope. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. You're good. That's all it. That's all it took. Wait. Got things wrong, correct?
He kind of nods a bit confusedly.
So I'll take him up. I'll take him upstairs.
Okay, cool. At this point, we will flash outside the doors of the bar, where, there are a number of bouncers who work at Carpe Noctem, and I've never named them. So now the two main bouncers are called Big and Little Eddie, despite the fact they're both roughly the same size. Because of reasons. But yes, so Big Eddie is currently checking down his checklist of, approved names to come in when a certain someone makes their approach to the door.
So she walks up, taps him in the knee since they're probably not even looking at her.
He looks down.
She kind of
Instead-
gestures with her hand for him to move aside.
I'm sorry, miss, but we don't allow kids. Come back. Never.
And she reaches in to her pocket, flips through a few cards, holds her ID up.
He'll look down at it and goes, "You've got to be shitting me. I mean, for fuck's sake. I thought the address on this would be fucking Hobbiton or some shit."
Oh yeah, that's so original. Just let me in.
You hear you see the security camera above you kind of zzz, zzz, and looks directly at you. And then you see him press his earpiece and he goes, "Yes, Mr. Gravedigger." "Oh, shit. Sorry, sir." He looks down at you and says, My boss, Mr. Gravedigger, says that I'm to apologize immediately for my how did you say, boss? Lackluster intellect and possible deprivation of personal hygiene. The last one's a bit mean, but okay. Sorry, boss. And that he would like to offer you free drinks for the evening in his VIP lounge.
That sounds wonderful. Then she makes that gesture with her hand, like, scoot it aside.
He proceeds to scoot aside like a dog that has been hit repeatedly with a newspaper.
And she will make her way in.
Okay. I only have to just...
Oh god, it's big. Why is everything so big?
It is, you know. Actually, genuine question. How tall is your character?
3'2".
Holy Mother of Christ. Okay. I'm just trying to think. Okay, because I've never actually had to do the logistics of this.
Are the steps exceptionally tall?
Not exceptionally, but they're definitely...
Are they closer to the 9-inch step or the shorter 6-inch step?
Probably the 6-inch step, so you're probably okay.
That'd be good.
Yeah, okay. Basically, the VIP lounge is located up a stairway. There are basically 3 stairways that lead from the room. There is one grand stairway going down that leads to what is written above it called the dungeon. ... Which some very questionable people in very odd leather attire are going into currently. There is the one that is going up, another grand staircase going up that says VIP lounge. And then there's another staircase going down behind the bar that you can see. So you clearly go to the staircase denoting the VIP room.
Correct.
Okay. For those of you
Why
who
does
went
it
to the
have to be so many stairs?
life is suffering, life is pain. For the ease of convenience and actually getting people into the scene again, you will all arrive at roughly a minute after each other, because reasons. The VIP lounge, for the only one of you who hasn't experienced, is basically built to be like a high Victoriana style theater balcony. So all the chairs look like they're theater chairs. There's a long bar running parallel with the wall that has its own barkeeper. And seated in a chair looking down over the dance floor is Mr. Gravedigger, who will stand and bow as you all collectively enter.
Arthur just is going to sit down with his cream soda. He's actually wearing a blue denim jacket, blue jeans, and a silver t-shirt tonight. And is probably glowing brighter than the lights in there.
Nice Canadian tuxedo, pendejo.
Just go look over at you and say, "Yeah, that'd be funny if I wasn't from Connecticut."
By the way, particularly for the new players, can I get both of you to please, and anyone else who's really interested, to make me perception awareness rolls, please and thank you. By all means, continue role playing. Just let me know the results when you have them. So, Arthur, it's been far too long, and you're far brighter than I remember.
Yeah, I've been trying to find someone.
Have you been doing silly things again?
No, I'm just spending too much time in the Umbra.
All right.
Besides, it's a full moon tonight, and Luna's kind of taking it out on people.
Well, we almost dance when the Celestines demand we do, I suppose.
I'm just glad there are no werewolves in here tonight, or other type of shapeshifter that's, focused on the moon, because they would probably be pretty pissed off because of Luna's rage.
Okay, sorry, I have to do a bit of narration. Okay, so what? It's Elise. Yes, what Elise will basically entering this room. Question: does Elise have any wraith lore?
No.
Okay. Upon entering this room, even though it should be very warm, with the ambient body temperature of the individuals dancing below, and the fact that the club is clearly quite well heated, it's suddenly much colder in here than it should be. You feel a chill run up your spine, goosebumps on your skin, that kind of unearthly kind of factor.
Ooh. That's the AC a bit high in here.
And Joey, you will feel exactly the same thing. Once again, I will describe it as the factor.
So Aiden grumbles under his breath about weird fucking cold spells in the middle of fucking spring.
Gravedigger will look at Spider and gesture towards Aiden, kind of mouthing, "Who the fuck is he?"
I'm sure Aiden would probably be curious about the silver guy. Just saying.
It's alright, Grave. He's one of ours, collectively.
One of the grandest scheme of things. Now,
Another new wool worker to the city.
I met him when a blind guy sat on it.
I mean, people can have their fetishes, whatever they're into. I don't judge.
Hey, they can have their fetishes so long as we're making money off of it.
That's funny because it's true. But in that case, sorry, what was your name, mate?
Aiden.
Uh-huh. Right, well, let's do the introductions then, shall we? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Gravedigger, of the most honourable society of Hollow Ones. At your service.
Arthur will hold back a scoff.
Gravedigger does it at this point just to be fearfully ironic. Oh, and this is Spider of the same.
Yes. The spider of the Spiderians.
Arthur will stand up. Arthur Wainwright, master of the 9 mystical traditions, Bani Verbena. And then we'll sit back down.
Than I am.
He's going to look at you. It's because your people hate titles. Me,
That's also true.
Tolerate them.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't need to be told I am the grand high holder of the stick to know that I've got a fucking stick.
Oh, look at me. Oh.
And then it fell over.
Yes.
So, do forgive us if we Hollow Ones aren't ironic every 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure a puppy dies or something.
He just looks back and forth between Gravedigger and Spider and shrugs.
And of course,
Arthur,
then. Oh, but
Arthur kind of looking around briefly and like,
Something the matter, Arthur?
No. Keep talking.
And of course, then there's Alistair. My apologies. I've never caught your last name.
Alistair will look over and a really big smile. And then he'll make his way over to the bar and make himself some coffee.
Okay. By the way, weird question. When the fuck did I become Merlin?
What?
You're Merlin?
Apparently.
Dude, if you're Merlin, I don't even want to know who Arthur is.
That was exactly what I thought. But I had fucking...
Didn't he say his name was Arthur?
My name is Arthur.
I was
Yeah,
presuming he was talking about King Arthur.
In that case, apparently he looks at Arthur. I must make you king of all the Britons. Whoa.
You can take
Aiden
that
just
and shove it right up your ass.
Aiden just mutters under his breath.
Britain.
Shit, what was he gonna say?
King of,
Sorry.
What was that, Kim?
I said King of the Britons. I never voted for him.
Well, okay, there's a bit of a story here. Gravedigger says, sitting back down in his chair and sipping his drink before he takes out a cigarette and lights it. So, I'm sitting here yesterday, as I generally do, overseeing the business and whatever else have you, when this absolutely fucking crazy man comes up here. He's apparently a... Okay, I've got to get this right. He actually takes out he takes out a notepad and flicks it over back and back and back. Right, so this motherfucker, this changeling, comes in here and enchants me. You can see he's written it all down on this piece of paper because he forgot everything. Claiming that I'm Merlin. He's a member of House Gwydion. I don't know what the fuck that means. She of House Gwydion, those are the words. Also named Aiden. And that I have to help him fight dragons.
Aiden just laughs. Oh yeah, that one. I meant that one. I pity you for having to.
Gonna face Paul and slowly shake his head.
Can I get some context here? Anyone?
He's I'm sorry, tight. Sorry, Brett.
No, go ahead. You're speaking first. By the way, did you see my response in chat?
I did. I'll respond to it, Flake, verbally. So Aiden, just to Gravedigger, he says, he's just a dude who needs a stake up his ass. And to Arthur, he just goes, well, I don't know. I'd rather be a king than a god. At least then I don't have to live forever.
What is a god to a non-believer?
The god is still a god. I mean,
Finger guns at Caleb, or at Spider.
I don't recommend doing that.
Finger guns.
I don't recommend doing finger guns. He's got a lot of really nervous twitches.
Oh, you want to do pulling out real guns?
Oh crap! Now, boys. Now, boys. My dearest, however, being serious for a moment, Elise, my dearest darling. Gravedigger says with a very wide
When did we start letting
smile.
children in here?
Thought not a child, a small person.
You
not a
said
child.
you said I wasn't allowed to do that, no matter how much money it would bring into the club.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We're not getting back into this. I'm not selling babies to the Americans.
But they go to good homes, mostly retarded celebrities.
I don't care what Madonna's willing to flog for a baby fresh out of Hong Kong. I don't need the fucking aggro.
One in, suddenly it's okay. Okay, fine. Whatever.
God. You know what? Maybe if we get like a teleportation portal set up and running, because then I wouldn't have to, arrange to fly them out of the country. We could just huck them through a portal. Okay.
We're not gonna fly him. I got a guy with the tanker ship.
I would like to point out for posterity, we are not talking about human trafficking, moving swiftly along. Elise, my dear, Gravedigger says, and walks up to put a hand on her shoulder.
Yes.
I have a project for you.
Okay.
Right. Actually, it's probably best you all hear this. He will glance back at Arthur and say, this plan comes direct from your master Dessau, so you know it's a good one.
Arthur's just gonna chuckle. I think we're technically... Well, no. He's still more powerful than I am. Anyway, go ahead.
So, Gravedigger actually jumps and sits up on the bar and says, right, we all know that the major problem we're facing at the moment are the fucking technocrats. Bloody... Anyway. We've won a substantial victory in the sense that the technocrats used to have 3 energy pylons, basically 3 points of power that were locking us in this energy bubble that they've got surrounding us. Pretty savvy, in the sense we've taken out deep water. However, there are still 2 left that are powering the field. What we've recently discovered, however, is that there is one of the 3 facilities that is basically controlling the power. It's essentially like the hub nexus through which the other ones are being relayed and, controlling the energy field. Unfortunately, we don't know which of the 2 remaining facilities it is. Brett, where did you tell me the 2 others? One is in Taiwan. It was in South Korea?
Yeah, Taiwan and South Korea.
Okay. Right. One of them is located in Taiwan. The other is located in South Korea. But we don't know which of these 2 facilities is the one that's controlling the nexus point. Otherwise, frankly, if Master Desau could transport us there as he theorizes he can, we could go in and ruffle stomp the technocrats and hopefully bring this bubble down.
Do you know where in Taiwan and South Korea they are?
Ish. Yes. Basically, yes. We know, we have a rough idea where they are. However...
And are they using standard power lines to transfer the energy to the other one?
Oh, fuck no.
Technocrats? Hell no.
They're using
She
basic...
doesn't have those doors. She doesn't know.
That's entirely fair. They're probably using some kind of energy transference system that's probably... Right, from what I understand about the shield, it's basically powered by Prime, so Prime Essence, basically. But going back to my point, we need to find out which of these 2 facilities is controlling the power. So then, hopefully, we can send a strike force to eliminate it. Everyone on the same page?
She pulls out a tablet, an electronic tablet.
Okay. Now then, the problem is we don't know which one is which. However, there is someone, or rather now something, that does.
If you're talking about GLaDOS, I don't think she knows.
I'm not talking about GLaDOS. GLaDOS does know, but do you know what her price was for telling us?
The systematic annihilation of everybody in Hong Kong.
No, she wants to use Hong Kong as her own petri dish for her experimentations.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that was our general reaction.
Just said yes and then not let her do it?
No, because this is a murderous AI from hell. We're talking I love Master Computer type bullshit. It would end really sad for everyone involved.
Hmm.
Well, it was their fault. They built something that was based off of an AI that's based around testing everything for the joy of science.
Ah, science. But anyway, no.
Could we have talked her down to maybe giving her Macau?
What? Because no one gives a fuck about Macau.
You said it,
No.
not me.
Serious faces. No, apparently there is an entity who was a mage who went by the name of Gideon.
God damn it, not Gideon.
Yeah, Gideon.
Gideon has gotten more mages killed in this city than the technocracy.
I'm aware of this fact. But anyway.
Is he still alive?
Ish.
Gideon is a what we believe is an awakened AI.
He
Basically,
used to be a person.
It's an AI that can use magic.
He was in my phone a couple months back.
He was in mine as well. But no, basically, he was a person. He used to be, from what Master Desau says, a good person, in the sense he was a member of the traditions and he truly believed. But then the technocracy got their hands on him, brainwashed him, fucked him up, and made him into what he is now. So he basically was forced to drink the Kool-Aid against his free will. Charming bunch of folks, I'm sure you'll agree. But basically, what myself and Master Desau theorized is Gideon knows a lot about the technocracy's plans, mostly because he's in their system, at least to a certain degree. So what we want to do is basically get Gideon into a new body, either flesh or mechanical, and then bring him to Master Bao. Myself and Master Bao have had a text conversation, and he believes that he can, in theory, at least temporarily, bring out the old Gideon, because, you know, he's an archmage of the mind and whatever else have you. So if Gideon can be brought back to sanity, at least temporarily, then he should be able to tell us which of the two facilities in question we have to hit. So that's why I need someone who's really who can either make us a new flesh and bone body or can make us a robotic body. I'm cool with either.
All right. I need like a dryer. I need a lot of dryer sheets or dryer tubes. I think we can do this.
When I say we need a new body, I mean we need a new one that actually works. We're not just, I don't know, building someone out of blankets and calling it human anatomy.
But could we?
You're gonna need Bao there when you do it. Otherwise, he's not gonna be able to. Otherwise, you're gonna stick a rogue AI inside a body with all access to its magic, and it's gonna run around setting things on fire.
That's my premise, yeah. So I don't mind. Which, to be honest with you, it's a toss-up. I don't care if it's a physical body or if it's a meat body or a tech body. Makes no difference to me.
This is what I'm saying. I say we build one. He's limited. I think the problem that Dr. Frankenstein had when he made his creature was he made it fucking 7 foot tall and capable of bench pressing a car. With anemia, no offense to any we people in the room. But I'm saying if he made it a dwarf with anemia, Dr. Frankenstein would have still been alive.
I mean, that's actually kind of fair in a horrible way, but the problem isn't his physical abilities. The problem is his magic, which he still has.
Could we make the body mentally retarded and thus hopefully limiting his abilities?
Or you could have prime mages nearby to counterspell his magic. If you want to find out what magic he
Technically,
has,
you can counterspell any magic as long as you have the magic in question.
I think
body
that the actual
incapable of doing
key
magic.
believe it or not, I think the key to this is convincing him he wants a new body rather than what he is at the moment. Basically making it so that he believes this transition is what technocracy want as his next step, basically tricking him. It will mean a lot less fuss. In theory, assuming he is, now, this is a big assumption, but I believe he's still a soul. Well, as I would understand a soul. Gravedigger kind of moves his tongue around his teeth at this point and says, it's a bit more complicated than that, I suppose, but I can put him in the new body. That's something I can do. But if he's willing, it's a lot better than if I have to force him, basically. But we need the body to begin with, so Master Bao has a conduit for his mind, so he can't just slip away into the ether or into the net, basically. So I need to know between you, Mr. Wainwright, or between you, Mr. Wainwright, or you, Miss Underwood, if you can build me a body.
Unfortunately, well, I would go with her because my oaths and my way of magic does not allow me to create bodies out of thin air or reattach them and reawaken the dead. It's kind of a bad karma sort of thing.
Like made of potentially other parts of once were living people, but not waking the dead. This would be a solely new creation.
I mean, have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? I don't want to lose my arm leg.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fair, Spider. I can understand. Some practices are not as liberal as ours, I suppose.
Yeah. No, I understand. This is why the questions were asked.
Yeah. Right, Miss Underwood. In that case, we would basically require. The soul will fill in a lot of the blanks, if that makes sense. So I basically just require the body to physically be able to function. He'll pretty much come pre-equipped with his own mind and be able to manipulate and maneuver the form. But then we'd need to immediately make it so he can no longer access the internet or any kind of ether web, which is going to be the tricky thing.
Well, body. Two things I would say. Sure, it's not Wi-Fi enabled, and make sure there's a large block of C4 built somewhere inside.
Oh crap! Sorry, I think Brett might actually have to give a rules call on something.
I'm just saying, if okay, it's fine, but if you ever dick with us, we'll just make you blow up.
They got some serious security in here.
What are you
Clean.
doing?
Cleanse.
Oh,
Erase.
by the way,
Delete.
I need you to roll your computer. Your computer's difficulty 8. That's taking into account your computer aptitude. To delete your backtrace.
Somebody dicking with our security while I'm in the room.
No, I think she's sticking with the technocracy security, which is even
I got
worse.
successes.
Huh?
Don't you do that elsewhere? You get
Got
up
a
or
success.
That's one success. Okay, I need to.
And that was when it got ham.
Hashtag 10d10. How do you determine? What is it?
You can
I'm trying to remember how to do the dice roll
you can
thing.
also click someone else's roll, and it'll copy the code. Or you can
Yeah,
just
and then you
edit
can
it
just
there.
alter the numbers you want to roll. So, like for example, if you want to roll 10d10 and have the difficulty, it's 10d10f the number. So if you wanted to do 10d10 difficulty f, you just click the above roll, which would be 7d10f8. So you just roll that. You can change the numbers there to be whatever you want, really.
Just out of curiosity, Nat, how good is your computer's software as far as
She's top of the line and
antivirus?
pretty damn good hacking and whatnot. So I would say pretty good.
Okay.
Got computer and mechanical aptitude for intelligence and actually I might have been under rolling because I actually think I have 4 computers. No, I have 3 computers. No, that's right.
Okay. Your computer goes blue screen of death.
All right, and I'll be back in a minute.
Did you just try to do what I think you tried to do?
Depends on what you think I tried to do. And she sets down her drink and starts walking out.
Did
Alistair
you
will just.
You actually see Gravedigger go paler than normal.
Alistair will just kind of raise his hand and say, "Look, if you're having trouble with some technology, I can talk to it and ask it to work again."
No, mostly I'm gonna go throw it away.
I mean, I could
I was
tell
gonna
it to
say-
wipe itself. That's what, I asked my phone to do when Gideon hopped in there.
Arthur is going to look off at something that's sitting close to him, and he's going to make a loud trilling sound that sounds absolutely beautiful. And then he's going to look back as his shoulder suddenly feels lighter.
Hey, Brett. Just popping on my own spirit side.
Okay.
What was it?
He was talking to a falcon, and he basically told the falcon, go check to see if any big weaver spirits start coming near here.
My dear, and Gravedigger looks really shaken at this point. He says, if you tried to hack the technocracy from here and they got into your system,
And she continues her way out with said trouble.
I'm not
Right.
a character.
As a fact, Tyrina Lannister, don't always be doing that here. In fact, on the contrary, never do that here. Ever again.
Who are you talking to?
Tyrina Lannister over there, as she walked out.
Oh my god. It took me a moment for my brain to connect to that joke. I will point out, Brett, in the event the technocracy are trying to use data to basically, get any more information or hack this, or basically try and do anything in this building, it is quite heavily warded.
I don't know. The only reason why it's basically what they did was they locked out our computer and are tracing it. So
thank mother of God.
You didn't hear the end of that when he said, and tracing it, did you?
Yeah.
I'm entirely okay with them tracing it because she's walking away with it right now.
I mean, they'll still find out where it was when she hacked, so.
More than likely.
Hashtag this just became.
Yeah. Ash drinks and knows.
all right, Nat. As you're walking out the door, your phone rings.
She's gonna look at the caller ID.
It's your mom.
Sus AF.
What are you doing?
Let it go to voicemail.
Okay.
She knows I'm not up this late.
All right. You get a voicemail left for you.
Once she gets a few blocks away and dumps the tablet, she'll check it.
All right. It will say, "Thank you for contacting Innova Tech Support. We are dispatching a tech team to your area to help fix your broken technology. At Innova Tech, we care about the future."
And the phone goes in the trash with it.
Are you gonna do anything like, I don't know, run away?
Yeah, that's the next step. Once they're
Okay. All right.
She's gonna snap. She's gonna unplug them so that they lose signal from it. Like take out the batteries real quick when she dumps them.
All right, that's smart. All right. Give me 1 minute.
Gravedigger is currently just pounding down whiskey shots, asking who the fuck thinks it's a good idea to hack the technocracy.
One so.
Yeah, right. I'm just in hand.
Okay.
This is why we need to have better person code for who comes in here.
All right, so you're able,
it's just-
as you are about 2 blocks away from where you dumped the technology, a black LTD pulls up. A man in a black suit gets out, reaches in, grabs out your phone, grabs out your tablet, and then they get back in the car and drive off.
Oh, that's reassuring. Must have bought the Amazon Prime extended warranty, huh?
Do you read your agreements from Apple before you click I agree?
You should. They're run by Lucifer, but that's Luciferians. But yeah. All right, so you're able to get back to the club if you need to. There's probably going to be a bit of a lag for everybody else.
That's fine.
So after about 10 minutes, the Falcon's going to fly back in, land on Arthur's shoulder, and start whispering to him. Of course, the only people that can see that are Arthur and Gravedigger, unless somebody else wants to throw up Spirit Sight. Anybody else talking?
Nobody is talking. It's silent.
I missed what you said. Somebody messaged me. What was that? Arthur looked at something that seemed to land on his shoulder that nobody but him and Gravedigger can see unless somebody else says Spirit Sight up. Had a conversation with it, that same little trilling sound, and then looked back to everybody else.
So, are they about to come and kick down our door then?
No, fortunately, our friend was smart enough to go a few blocks away and dump the tech.
The last thing I need is another.
I seriously could have talked to it and asked it to hide all of that. I still think it was a waste of technology.
That, my dear Alistair, is what we call the arrogance of mages. They always think they're right. I think I'm
Aiden
quite
looks
frequently
Great
wrong.
Bigger up and down.
What are you looking at, Starshine?
Yeah, Alistair's just giving him that oh, you don't say look.
Arthur's just going to shrug his
Sarcasm
shoulders.
is very unbecoming.
The problem is you can talk to this, just as you can talk to the spirit of machines, so can they, and they can do it with, what's the word I'm looking for? Increased force.
Yeah. Leaving it to try and like convince it is leaving it to be tortured.
Kind of tilts his head and say the spirit of what?
Oh,
I just talked to it.
I know. And that's fine. You can talk to it and it can do whatever it wants. But they can command it, torture it, rip it apart, strip out its baselines pair by pair until it gets every little piece of information it needs out of it.
Well, I mean, either way, they've probably got the stuff now because she probably just like wrecked it in some alley. Either way, it's happened. So,
This is true. I don't even. Being realistic, the moment the technocrats got their hands on it was the moment I knew that we couldn't just. He kind of looks at Spider and says, "Rewind to try and solve the problem," because it became a fixed moment in history the moment they got their filthy, grubby hands on it.
Stop dumping me, Hangouts.
Been doing that a lot today.
That's the reason I have to be on my phone.
Right. Needless to say, if the technocrats come here, then, we're ready for them. It's a fight I don't want to have, but, say la vie, I suppose.
Arthur will reach into his pocket, pull out a grass seed, look at it, and then put it away again.
Alistair's just gonna say, look, you guys could probably handle the technology fairly well, but the thing is those I've been told that they hurt really bad, and I don't want to deal with that sort of shit.
Arthur's gonna walk over to Alistair, lean in and whisper into Alistair's ear, and I'll actually PM you what I'm telling you.
Aiden just goes, it's possible for you
Don't
to
think
fight them, right? It's not easy, but you can do it if you need to.
I don't fight.
Well, in this city, you'll probably have to learn how, given that the technocracy is everywhere, from what I hear.
No, I am not the city, dear.
Kim sent you a PM.
As much if you I'll tell you this much: if you want to learn how to handle a shooting iron, I offer free lessons, but I don't cover or the firearm you're purchasing.
Hey, the current speaker of our house can sell them the firearm and the ammo.
There you go. Have ourselves a little rebel alliance going on.
Graydrigger kind of looks at him and goes, "Does that mean that you and I are Han and Chewie and we're only in it to get paid?"
Why do I gotta be Chewie? Just because of my name?
I mean, I'll accept that logic.
Why can't you be Han and I'll be Lando? Or I'll be Han, you be Lando. You wear capes more often.
That's entirely fair. I could be Billy D. Williams.
You could be. Could be. We all know your secret. Don't worry about it. We'll keep it safe.
I accept this. But to be honest with you, Alistair, And oddly enough, I don't do the whole sentimental mushy thing very often. But the longer... Oh, god damn it. Gravedigger just turned and looked at
Multiplied.
Alistair and said, I don't do the sentimental mushy thing very often. But the longer you can spend with your hands unstained by blood, I tend to find the happier you are as a person. So you're right not to fight.
Don't be
kind
a
of-
puto. Get your hands stained with blood. It's more fun.
What did you say, Kim? Sorry?
He'll just kind of shrug and say, "Look, I'm not saying that my hands aren't stained with blood, but we're not getting into that right now. I'm just saying that I don't know how to fight."
Well, no.
I'm saying
Being
don't be a
fucking
puto.
realistic, though, Arthur. Next time somebody goes fucking hacking the fucking technocrats, didn't that get a whole group of motherfuckers annihilated off the planet?
Yeah. But to be fair, those were ex-technocrats that left the technocracy and tried to make a better life for themselves and then fucked up like a few times. Oh,
Make a
and
better
by the
life
way,
for
the only time I've
yourself.
ever gotten my hands covered in blood was, healing people. But, I have beaten up a few Banes and, sent them back to their fucking warm father.
Aiden just sighs. And this is why I stay out of the spirit worlds. Too much crazy shit.
Arthur's gonna look over at Aiden and say, "Oh, really now?"
He just kind of huffs. What? Why are you looking at me like that? We only do sacrifices occasionally.
You do
Arthur's gonna
what?
motion. Arthur's gonna say, "Are you a twister of fate? You sound like a twister of fate."
He nods.
Wait. I
Aye.
need to hear this in details. Also, do you ever need to use a sacrificial dagger? I have one I'm willing to lend out on occasion. So long as I get to hang out and watch.
He kind of looks kind of startled and nods. Well, we only usually do animals.
Sorry.
You're not down.
I mean,
So wait.
most of the other traditions look down on us when we used to sacrifice humans, so we stopped that quite a while ago.
Like, look, I'm just saying. I'm my avatar is the Aztec god of the dead, so I might have a little bit different, twisted view on things. Saying, you're welcome for those sunrises.
He chuckles. Well, my avatar isn't exactly, kind either, but we just do it because the other traditions get a little angry.
So wait,
For some
I've got
reason.
Members of your own tradition, man.
That is true. I'm sorry, Eden.
No, it's cool. Gravedigger looks between Arthur and Aiden and basically says, "So wait, you're both the Bana, aren't you?"
That I'd be.
Arthur will nod.
Does that mean, because Arthur, you're a master, aren't you? So does that mean you outrank him?
That's not how things work in the Verbena.
It's
Elders are
not.
accorded respect, but masters are not. Like they are in some traditions.
Arthur's just gonna the minute somebody starts worshiping me, I hope you put a bullet in my head and send me to Luna where I belong.
There are
Is
times
that easy to get you killed? Yes.
What'd you
There are
say?
times of... Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I missed
Caleb.
what Caleb said.
He said it's that easy to get you killed, and then when you're like, what? I don't know what we're talking about.
Arthur's just gonna say, "You know what? Fuck off. I still have things I have to do on this plane of existence."
It's times like this that I'm glad I'm not drinking with the Hermetics, who will constantly remind you what circle and what rank they are and exactly how they orally fellatiated master this, that, or the other to get where they were.
Goddamn fucking
What?
hate
The
Hermetics so
Hermetic-
much.
You better calm that attitude when you
Hermetic
meet our
argument.
speaker, because he is. How old is he?
The earliest record I've been able to get of him is somewhere around 1006, but that's kind of spotty, and I think it goes back even further than that.
Could be.
That's
Not only
fine.
that, a Hermetic
I'll be
debate-
respectful to him,
a
but I'm not
Hermetic
going to
debate will
forbid.
start.
Oh, sorry, Caleb, you go.
I was gonna say, Hermetic debate issues on the metaphysical and how the prime interacts, and then it always ends in why was better than 3.5, and why Pathfinder isn't that great, and it's just annoying. It's very annoying.
And Aiden just shrugs and says, I'll be respectful to him, don't get me wrong. But
Well,
I'm not
yeah,
going to forget that people like the Hermetics are why people thought it was time to hunt down the witch folk.
Actually,
no.
that's not the Hermetics. That was the Catholic Church. So technically, you can blame the forefathers of the Celestial Chorus for that shit.
That's
Believe
not
me, I
exactly
haven't
right.
forgotten.
Mind you, then again,
Sorry,
back
Adam.
in the good old days where your tradition did in fact slice people's chests open for their hearts, didn't exactly help public relations.
Well, of course we don't, but we didn't do it every time, and otherwise we stayed to ourselves.
Look, is that all you guys do is just bitch and bitch and bitch about each other and these different traditions? Like, God, shut the fuck up.
Welcome to politics.
Yeah,
This will go for Alistair. Just say, "Wow!" For a moment there, I could have sworn you were a Verbena.
I'm a
That's how
knocker.
we generally
Look.
are.
look, here's the thing. This is what happens when you get to our level of power. You just
What,
complain at everyone else about their power.
Oh,
and how
you're
they're
too
not powering
powerful.
the right kind of power.
Oh, you're too powerful. You shouldn't
This
have
is-
that much power. Oh, you're too weak. You should have more power. It never ends.
Yeah, it's all it is.
said every virtual adept ever.
No, usually the virtual adepts are the ones saying you need to go into the Matrix, Neo.
That's also true.
And then society of ether. Let me put on my goggles so I can get on my dirigible.
No, you see, I actually knew a member of the Society of Ether who called himself Dr. Brown. And he kept talking about how he had to go back to the future.
God damn it, Morty. Or Marty, anyway.
Good times. I wonder if that show's put on by the Technocracy or the Society of Ether.
Which one, Rick or Morty? Rick and Morty?
Yeah,
Or-
I wonder who's responsible for that one.
Why don't you be the Celestial Chorus just to fuck with everybody?
Wouldn't doubt it.
Because clearly God is in a time machine.
Yes.
I mean,
Hey,
it's
have you
not the
seen some of
weirdest
that new Doctor Who?
Spider looks down. I used to be a fan of that show.
He just didn't. What about Matt Smith made you want to punch him in the face?
Error.
Really? It wasn't the eyebrows? Or lack
I mean,
thereof?
you can't really hate a guy. You can't hate a guy for not having something.
That's true.
But right. Needless to say, gents, I would very much like to get out of Hong Kong, go on a holiday. I don't know. So I would very much like it if the technocratic death field turned off somewhat soon.
Hey, if you wanted to go on a holiday somewhere, Gravedigger, I could send you to the moon.
I mean, there's no atmosphere on the moon. Dum-dum-ch.
Okay, hang on. Are we sending people to the moon? Because we need to find the elements of harmony, right?
Oh no, I mean,
There's some.
I have a tie to the moon, you know.
Oddly enough, I don't really feel the need to go poking my head into various horizon realms. I think I'll be happier and live longer if I don't.
Oh yeah, Nat, you're okay to come back now. I'm gonna say that you probably needed to juke a little bit to avoid a tail, but you got back okay.
Fair enough.
If there was a public phone or whatever, she could call and bigger, so we'd be glad to pick her up. Although, bad, you did it bad.
Right. Gentlemen, we're going to go and, I think, discuss some important stuff. So would you care to follow me downstairs? You can bring your drinks.
Arthur will finish off his cream soda and set it on the bar and say, "Sure, why not?"
Cream soda.
Well, it's delicious. He actually carries Old Brooklyn's.
Yeah, but cream soda is better with something added to it.
Gravedigger
Yeah.
will look at Spider and look at Elise, and he'll say, "There is one slight issue. Would somebody be willing to give her a piggyback?"
Looking at me.
For science.
We're not part of the Society of Ether. You're not allowed to use that phrase. We had that at the last quarter.
Speak for yourself.
No, I'm not, and he isn't.
No,
He's not allowed to say
sips his whiskey.
And drugged. That's what he's a society.
The point is he's not allowed to use for science as an excuse anymore.
Oh,
Why not? Science is a great reason to explore things.
there we go.
All right, Carl Sagan.
Great man.
Seriously.
So,
Seriously. She's not going to be able to
why
make
do
it
we
down.
care?
She's not going to be able to make it down the stairs to the sanctum.
I don't know. We got a banister.
I mean, okay, you're the one who constantly bitches about us spending money and, the financial budget at the end of the week. How much do you think it would cost if we have to pay for our fucking hospital bills? Huh?
I don't know. We got a Verbena here, right? He's probably got for something.
Right. Okay.
Hospital
Just
bill,
sips
whatever.
his whiskey.
Gravedigger's going to
Just
kneel
sips
down
his-
and look at Elise, and he's going to say, "Right, come on. You're going to need one of us to be a gentleman in order to help you get downstairs."
Okay.
So he will basically give you a piggyback down. Okay, so basically, for those of you who haven't experienced it, Brett has, so it's all good. You will be taken down the stairs behind the bar towards a particularly large metal drum barrel, which Gravedigger will open by basically using a secret mechanism that is in the tap of the barrel, which will swing open the large metal frontage, inside of which, when you duck down into it, there is a spiral staircase going down. Now, the spiral staircase is much, much steeper than the other staircase here. So this is why he said you would not be able to physically walk down it, because, I mean, it's every stair is around the depth of somebody's knee or so. So you descend quite deeply into the earth. At the bottom of which you will find a security door that Gravedigger will key the code into. It's a 4-digit code. So it's just like, and he will then this is where he lets Elise down onto the ground, by the way.
Since she's on his shoulder when he does it, what's the number? Because I will know that number forever now.
I beg your pardon?
What's the code? Because she will remember that code forever
8008.
now.
Oh, the code. Fuck,
I'll say it's either 1 through. It's either 1337 or 8008.
8008. Okay. It's 8008.
Boob. It says boob.
Okay, it's 8008. But he will then open the door and push it inwards. Inside of which you are in a huge room. This room, you reckon, must be the size of half a football field, if not more. It is done in the same very high Baroque Gothic style. There is a long mahogany dinner table, like a dining room table, that is set for a dozen people to have a meal. There is a large there's a large fireplace in which there is a crackling fire and a number of very large armchairs. And there is huge amounts of books, plaques, plinths upon which sit older, more valuable looking books and various different artifacts and objets d'art. For the record, in this room is basically the contents of what would be, in stat terms, Library 6. So it is an incredibly impressive occult collection. And Gravedigger will say, "Welcome to our humble sanctum."
Oh, wow. Look at all these books.
Yes, it's quite the collection.
We should start a library service.
We should start a library service. Also, do any of you have Prime Sight up and or activated?
No.
No, but I am under
Nope.
duality, so what's going on with the spirits in here?
What's going on? There's a lot of spirits of knowledge and learning. So there's a lot of book spirits just kind of randomly having a good time flapping around. It's a pretty peaceful place, actually. There's no real... There aren't really any banes. You assume it's because Gravedigger keeps it clean of banes. But you know, there's a lot of spirits of tranquility here. So this is clearly a place of quiet learning. There are 2 or 3 doors that lead off this room. One of which is basically another security door with its own padlock, with its own security pad. And whenever Gravedigger will walk over and sit in one of the armchairs, he will denote a table by the door. He will denote a table by the door which he came in, which basically is the liquor cabinet, which is stocked with very, very old and valuable liquor. And he will say, if anyone desires it, please take a drink. You are our guests, after all. I can have another cream soda brought down, Arthur, if you'd like.
Oh, sure, that'd be cool, thanks.
I'll say that a spider lounges on a lounging couch.
But yes, some of these books were mine originally. Some of them were my how to phrase, Cabal mate, Pyros. The rest were taken during a raid on one of the what were they called, Brett? The evil mages, the evil Chinese mages.
Oh, the Wu Kang.
Yes, the rest of them were taken in a raid on the Wu Kang. Please feel free to peruse if you wish.
And Alice will be perusing books.
Yeah, I mean, with Library 6, some of these books are incredibly old, incredibly valuable. You know, like there might only be a handful of copies of them left in the world, kind of level of rarity.
Yep. You spill anything on them, I kill you.
Aiden's just walking around looking at them, but he's not touching any of the books.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're particularly old, I'll point to like a little cabinet. It's like there's white gloves there. Fingers if you can.
Oh fuck! Can you imagine Pyro's general reaction if wine got spilt on something? We'd never hear the fucking end of it.
He would pay me to kill them. We've talked rates about that before. He would pay me to kill them. That's what would happen.
It's true, you know.
Correctly, he'd pay me to torture them.
So some interesting things you'll come across as you look through the books, Elise. There's a marble plinth off to one side in the room that you walk closer to, and you find a vial, just a vial, like a medical vial that's closed, and it's got a it's sitting on a silk cushion, and it's got a dome of clear glass over it. It looks alien and different from everything else in the room.
Arthur's going to... I think Arthur's already examined the blood, hasn't he?
What blood? What?
Didn't Arthur already examine that blood? I'm trying to remember.
It's not blood.
Oh.
And the glass dome comes off so I can get a closer look at it.
What the?
Okay.
What?
Because I have curiosity, so I...
What?
Gravedigger won't really react. He'll just say, "For the love of all that's holy, don't open the vial."
Why? What's in it?
I'm a life scan it. That's been drawn to general attention.
Please do.
So
Arthur's just going to sit down in a chair and say it's his ex-wife.
just
Say
take
what?
out.
I feel like lying and saying it's a cure for vampirism or something.
Arthur just said it's his ex-wife.
So because I need to say this before I roll, Aiden's gonna just take out his wand and just very small preventer like sight ritual before he does this.
You have a wand? That's adorable.
Yeah, right? Oh, look at me, eh?
That's actually
I got a
Gravedigger's
wand.
That's actually Gravedigger's reaction to that.
That's adorable.
You get ignored, and that's 2 sucks. So he'll put 1 into effect and 1 into duration.
Gravedigger looks at Arthur. I will tell you what it is in a moment. Gravedigger looks at Arthur and says, "Do you not teach your Bayonet any manners? Doing magic in another mage's sanctum without their permission?"
Arthur looks over at him and says, I have never met this guy until tonight.
Perhaps you should teach him some manners. Oh, Joey, to answer the question, okay, what are you
Right.
doing exactly?
Just putting up a life sight.
Okay, does your character have any medicine?
2 dots of it.
Yeah, that's probably enough. That's the SARS virus.
He turns and he walks out. He does not say anything else. He turns and he walks out.
I will point out. Trying to think, what level of life do you have?
2.
I'll leave this to Brett. I'm guessing he has enough to know the basics of what it is, but this is the SARS virus that was fucked with for one of Gravedigger's plans. Would he know that it is inherently different from normal, or just what it is? Because it was created using some very high-level life stuff.
I mean, I'd probably have to
Probably-
know what normal SARS looks like first.
That's why it has to be good medicine.
Yeah.
So would he be able to tell it's different or no?
If he mixed Prime in with it, he could tell it was magically augmented, but that's about it.
Do you do that or do you not?
No, the moment he sees what it is, he leaves. He doesn't say, he
Just
just
the whole
leaves.
place.
Yes.
Adios,
He
Perry.
goes and he's finding his mentor.
Allow me to explain, Miss Elise. That contains a weaponized version of the SARS virus. So I'd very much rather it not be open. Thank you.
We'll drink it either way.
Arthur just looks at you and says, one of these days, I'm just going to turn that into vanilla pudding, and you're not going to know the difference.
You see Gravedigger kind of actually doing the whole kind of thing with his hands.
And
To
she
be
Well, who's to
fair,
say?
puts the lid back down.
I will point out that it has been mutated so it's non-lethal, if that helps. It would just be
Since when?
incredibly unpleasant. Since it was made!
Why? Why do we keep the thing? I've been
Just
telling
in case
people all the time. Like, hey,
In case I
don't
ever
mess
need
with
to
me.
infect
I got the
the
SARS virus.
In case I ever need
No,
to
no, I
infect a
feel like I
large
have-
proportion of the city with the non-lethal version of the SARS virus. This seems entirely self.
Why would you need a non-lethal version? Just
It was
You're no
originally
fun.
It was originally, fuck's sake. It was originally designed to be a distraction technique for the technocracy. But yeah, if you want to be like that, go fuck yourself.
Look, man, you told me we're getting to the terrorism game, right? And I was buying like all kinds. Like, why do you think I wear these sunglasses? Glasses at night, right?
Okay, the internet has taught you some fucked up shit.
I'm just saying. Like, Death to China videos. I'm ready to send out at a moment's notice. All right.
Let me think. Because apparently we're playing a game of poke, Gravedigger's weird accoutrements of shit. The next thing you come across, at least as you wander through the stacks of books, will be another planet. This one doesn't have a glass case, but there will be some kind of fabric or something laid across it, and it literally has written on a small planet or on a small note card underneath it, dragon scales.
She's gonna peek under it. She wants to see what dragon
We're
scales
gonna
really
have to
look
make her wear mittens.
It just looks to be ordinary kind of tanned leatherish kind of material. And Gravedigger will say as he sees you looking at it, you've got to look at it a different way in order to see what it really is. Actually, hey Alistair, because you'd immediately cop this, those are dragon
Okay.
scales. Chimerical dragon scales.
Alistair's gonna look over there and he'll get up from the small conversation he was having with Arthur and he'll just blink and he's like, "Oh, the fuck did you get those?"
The she gave them to me.
Arthur's gonna look over at them as well and say, "Well, hey, ain't that a bitch?"
We're just talking about dragons. Now, weren't we, Arthur?
He'll nod. No, well, you were talking about how there's dragons, and I was telling you about Nexus crawlers, and you were like, "How the fuck does that happen? Why would you try to send one after people?"
For fun and profit.
And grin.
Well, remember that thing that sent me to the moon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my original plan was to stick a Nexus crawler on them and hope it didn't kill me.
Smart. Smart, man. But
Yeah.
yes.
Luna was the one who said I should just, do the thing and then go to the moon.
Hang on, I just have to roll a quick effect.
So, then, by she, I'm assuming you mean Aiden. That's right?
You are, in fact, correct.
Huh.
Okay. Hey, Elise, basically, because you didn't have it active, and I can actually activate it for multiple people, so, Gravedigger is just activating Mind Sight and sharing it with you. So basically, you can now see that what looks to be ordinary material through Mind Sight, when he's showing you its kind of, quote, chimerical form, looks like, glistening golden dragon scales. They basically look like they're made of fire that's been captured in physical form.
Would me having up Mind Shield prevent that?
Yeah, probably. Brett?
Well, you can relent the mind shield for that particular effect. Because, wait, are you?
She didn't even know it happened.
Okay. The question is, are you letting her see through your eyes, or are you giving her spirit sight?
Well, it's Mind Sight, and I'm giving it to her.
Oh, mind sight. You can't do that if she's got mind shield up.
What's the level of the Mind Shield?
5 successes.
Okay, with my 4, I can't break it, so Gravedigger just kind of blinks and goes, okay.
That's how it is.
I was trying to show you what they really look like, because you can't really see it like that. However, I think you've got the ability to see what they look like. Just look at them through your mind's eye.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You can look at it with Mind Sight?
Don't think I've practiced that one yet.
Just do your best.
Arthur's just like, I can see them because I can see into the dreaming.
After being enchanted as many times as I have been, apparently, so, it's an experience. Yep. So
2
basically,
successes, 1 in death. Oh, those are dragon scales. Whoa.
yes, they are.
Interesting.
I collect randomly cool stuff.
I build
Yeah,
randomly cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm currently bidding on an Evil Knievel helmet.
How's that going, by the way?
I'm winning right now, but I'm probably gonna get sniped.
She starts looking around for somebody with a gun.
No.
Oh wait, you need bidding sniped, right? Right.
Yeah.
Last minute super high bid.
Yep. I know I'm not gonna get it. I mean, I want it. Dude, think about it. It's got to have some kind of magical ability, right? When I'm driving around town wearing an Evil Knievel helmet that belonged to Evil Knievel.
We need to get you a motorcycle.
We do.
I could build
Dude, I
you
could
one.
jump the Yangtze River.
I could build one. They're pretty easy.
We may have to commission you to build a motorcycle. After you build us a robot
You want it to
body.
fly?
Do you want it to
Yes.
Oh god. This can only
Kind of
end
like
well.
that one book series, Shadow Hunters, the Mortal Instruments.
Wasn't that the one where basically you gain magic by cutting yourself?
Scarring yourself.
Gravedigger's slightly amused.
So-
Actually, on an out of character note, because that is how Gravedigger learns ropes. He physically scars them onto his body.
Yeah, that's why the spider starts laughing.
No. I am a tween book. Anyway.
He's
It was also the
Oh.
one with like incestuous undertones.
Creepy.
Yeah, wasn't the girl trying to bang her brother, or the brother trying to bang her sister, or
They
something?
thought
like
they were
that?
brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Well, they started off kind of dating, sort of, and then they thought that they were siblings and they still had these strong emotional connections. And then they found out that they're not siblings and that she's actually pseudo siblings with the bad guy's half brother, who's another bad guy, and that Jace and her are actually not bad guys, but so they can get back together. It's all kinds of drama.
It
Arthur's
was
just
still
gonna
pretty like
sh-
book for Matt.
Arthur's just gonna chuckle at the both of them saying this, and he's gonna look over at Gravedigger and say, "This is why I stopped reading tween books when I started getting laid."
I completely accept, acknowledge, and support this statement.
This
I was
is
just gonna
why if
shrug
you're
and say,
with a girl
"Hey."
you're not sure isn't your sister, you just do butt stuff.
I mean, I read those books in between crafting my instruments, and I still get laid.
Gentlemen, this is not a contest of who has the biggest dick.
Oh, that's an easy contest to solve. Just whip them out, see who pokes the
We-
others without them being poked back. Pretty easy.
Well, not only that, I mean, I assume that he's got life, right? So biggest dick contest. It's like, oh, my dick is literally 16 feet long.
Yeah, I'd be cheating at that point. Besides, every time I looked at it, I'd start getting paradox.
Oh, the next thing you come across is set in the very, very center of the library. It is a book, much different from the others. It's actually set apart from all the other books, and it is on a black metal reading plinth. It is currently closed, and with Mindsight and all the other resonances up that you have, this book is incredibly powerful. Actually, hey Arthur, because you've also got all the sites up. This
Yep.
book is probably the most powerful thing in this library.
Arthur's just going to look at the book and just kind of shrug and then look back to the group. Because it's like, I don't draw attention to things that are powerful because that makes people want to touch them.
That's fair.
Well, right, yeah. And she kind of puts her hands behind her back as she's looking, trying to see if there's a title or.
It is called, as you look for the title, The Agrarian Pleasure Manual of Dr. Karl Heinrich Ulrichs. Or Ulrichs.
Pleasure manual.
Are you a member of the Sons of Ether?
I am.
Do you have the Sons of Ether lore? Or
Only I don't think I have any of it yet because
I thought you started the game with your sects or your things lore,
Yeah,
didn't you?
you have 5 lores, one in sect, one in 9 mystical traditions, one in
She
mage, and then
did.
2 more points.
Awakening in game though, and some people choose not to come in with lures if they awaken in game
Oh, that's true.
because they're still
That's
learning
fair.
everything.
Did she have? Do we have a book on steampunk dildos? Is that what that is?
You've read, well, you perused it. It is, in fact, a book of various different magical sexual positions and sexual malarkey, yes. It's also like an incredibly powerful treasure that enables you to raise your arete without the need of seeking, because you basically come to chantrically understand the universe.
Technically, it's not a treasure, it's an artifact.
Is it? Okay, whatever.
I mean, treasures don't exist for mages. They're either
Oh,
wonders
yes,
or artifacts.
it's an artifact. Yeah, sorry, brain. Oh, that reminds me. Grog's, this is just for Caleb. Grog's changeling character wants us, the mages, to look at his changeling magical treasure artifact thing and see if we can improve its power. I've got a theory we might blow up a large area of the city. Good times may be had.
I have a theory that we should teach him much than you should never trust mages, but sure.
Okay. He did give me dragon scales, though, which are pretty.
What do you? with them?
Wow,
Make house shoes or something?
maybe. I could use a fancier hat.
No, we'll make bath slippers out of them. They'll look really nice. You'll wear them out.
Make a
Rocket
kilt
my-
out of them.
Rocking my crazy old man looking bath slippers made of dragon scale. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, bathrobe also.
What could possibly go wrong?
Be like looking man in all of Hong Kong. Nothing. Anyway.
Anywho. But yes, so Gravedigger will turn to Elise and he'll say, I'll make you a deal. Provide me with the robotic body that I require, and you can read and take any one of these books home that you like as long as you return them later on. Does that seem fair?
Yes.
And late fees are fingers.
Please see our library manager for more details, he says, thumbing Pyro. Or thumbing Spider, rather.
Not true. We don't take fingers. We may take fingers.
Yeah, I'll bring it back. I won't hurt it. I promise.
I'm just saying. Bring them back as they were. Honestly, we're not getting... Okay, you need to learn my sense of humor. I don't actually collect fingers. Although I do torture.
It's true, you know.
Hey, at least you have principles.
Yep. Well, yeah. I mean, also, like, for fun, but I mean, you gotta, like, piss me off. Speaking of which, I also do have enough understanding of the human body to act as a doctor if you ever need it. But I would suggest going to somebody who can magically heal you, because mine's gonna hurt.
Except your bedside manner is absolutely atrocious.
It is. Thank you. I've been working on it.
He had this running theory for a while. If you don't want to get sick because you fear the doctor more than the sickness, you'll stay healthy, right?
No.
Arthur just will actually pull out a blunt and light it up and just say, everybody's got their own way of doing things.
True, you know.
Jack went in there.
What?
Me one. Or was either that or a different magical toku.
Yeah, that was Arthur. Arthur gave you those, so
I still hang on to them.
good. They're good to have.
What was it? Were we in a shootout in the forest? Was that where that happened?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good time. Good time.
That was where... Holy shit. Gravedigger's face just kind of goes white for a moment and he says, so wait, hang on a sec. Gravedigger turns and he starts to have a conversation with someone who no one here can see. And he's just like, wait, you mean to tell me... Wait, hang on. Yeah, that would be about right. But we never managed to get your friend. Where the fuck is he? The last time I saw him, Logan had him. I know. I know. God.
He's the blind guy that sat on that other weird guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Miyamano, you're
Logan.
doing it again.
Beg your pardon? Oh, right. Gravedigger extends his hand to the left. Where are my manners? Everyone meet Spectre. No, you can't see anyone standing there. None of you can.
Also, Spider Ghost Spectre. That sounds like the next guy in our group.
That's Spectre. You know, the guardian of the library.
He waves very meekly, like, oh,
Gravedigger
hey.
Spectre. That just sounds like
Is it a wraith or an actual spirit?
It's a wraith.
Okay.
It's Gravedigger's bound wraith, but I don't know if you have your wraith size up or not.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Arthur's gonna look over you. Is that the bitch we took out of the forest?
No. This is the other one, the one who asked for me to bind her rather than her soul being ripped into pieces by those she owed debts to. But however,
she's a librarian.
there is a slight problem.
Hmm.
The one that we took in the forest, Arthur, he's still alive, or at least he was when last I heard of him, and Logan had him. Where the fuck has he been for the last 2 months?
I don't know.
Logan?
Have you?
Logan?
We were getting tea last weekend when he sat on that Aiden guy.
No. Not Logan himself, but Logan has imprisoned one of these dark magi, one of the Wu Kang, and has done for about 2 months now.
Arthur's just gonna shrug. I don't know. I've been stuck, doing other things. Did you try checking in people's beds?
Well, I mean, if Arthur wants to fuck a conduit of evil, I'm sure that he can, but if Logan wants to fuck a conduit of evil, I'm sure he can, but say la vie.
No, they were talking about how Logan was talking about having sex with a snake and this woman named Tony.
Oh, it's okay.
Tony.
Tony, yeah. That's all kinds of special.
Yeah.
She's gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill her. I'm pretty sure that's a relationship.
She's a euthanatus, Order of the Knights of Rhadamanthus, I think. Pretty badass, but she likes to cut off heads, mostly ghoul heads.
Oh, that's right, Spectre. She was there when she helped us to bind you. Gravedigger says, much to his amusement.
Wait, there are people chopping heads? What the fuck?
Yeah, welcome to Hong Kong. You've yet to meet the Lord High Decapitator, I take it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not forget the fact that the master of our order, the speaker of our house, likes to run around with a frickin' M81 A2A that he fires from the shoulder.
Yeah, but he's freakishly old. I just kind of go with his eccentricities at this point.
Does that mean I can just start carrying bombs around the city now?
No. You got to be sly about it.
Though if you make bombs, have you met my friend Spider? He likes explosives.
I don't know. I'm in the same room with him. I guess I can say I've technically met him under the technical terminology of the word.
Don't be a nerd about it.
Though that raises a point, because I did promise Spectre that I would try and get her friends out of the same conditions that they were in with these rather nasty individuals. So I might go hunt down Logan and see if I can meet with this Wu Kang. Unfortunately, you have to understand that their souls are forfeit the moment they die. They go downstairs very quickly along with their avatars. So at least if they're bound here, we can work on some way of righting the problem and whatever else have you. But unfortunately, otherwise, their souls get devoured by the lords of hell. Fun, right?
To be fair, I did send one of them there directly.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, remember? They were bitching about how they didn't care if they went to heaven or hell, so I told them that I would send them there directly, and I did.
Oh, yeah. The fucked up thing, I don't know if you know this, Arthur, is you know that they don't know what they're serving is what they think it is.
This one didn't seem to care.
Some of them are just fucking psychopaths. But yeah, Spectre here didn't want to go to hell, so we made it so that they didn't. Fairly.
Yeah. I had a character, my phone's about to die. In character. Spider, he sits up and he says, I'm gonna have to walk the parapet for a bit. Make sure that the club's taken care of. We've been down here for a bit.
No worries. As a matter of fact, I think it's time that I close up shop anyway.
Arthur's gonna put out his blunt and say, yeah, I should get back to what I'm doing.
Wingardium Leviosa.
By the way...
Wait, that doesn't do anything, right?
I get the rather odd feeling that your Harry Potter-style wand-wavy friend ran out of here for a reason. Needless to say, Arthur, if he comes back and causes trouble, well, you're the senior statesman.
I don't want... Must put.
Well, I mean, if he causes trouble, I'll do what I can, but the Verbena tend to not give a fuck about hierarchy.
I'm not talking about hierarchy. I'm also talking about when an older lion sets a younger lion on the right path to being a better hunter.
You saw that guy. Do you really think he's going to listen to me?
Fuck no. But it'll make it seem so much nicer right before Spider has to pistol whip him into oblivion to say we tried.
I could always shove him into the Umbra for a bit. That'd be funny.
That tends to mellow people.
Okay, so are we really talking about harming a guy who's trying to get the clearly psychotic dude who has a deadly virus in his basement?
No, but
It's not deadly.
there are certain measures and
Bro.
rules of decorum. You don't go waving wands and chanting incantations without the leave of the person whose house you're in.
Also, it's not deadly. It's specifically designed to not be deadly.
You've still got virus in a jar, and you said yourself that you were willing to use it as a distraction for the technocracy. Now, granted, I'm against those guys, but that's a little fucked up. And so you, and he'll look over to Arthur as well, you two, on attacking this guy who probably has the public interest.
Hey,
And
all I'm saying is that I'm not attacking somebody for their beliefs. I'm not going to attack them. I don't hurt people. I hurt spirits because
you
there
just
are
said
some.
you were going to throw him into this Umbra thing.
Yeah, it's more of a teaching method than anything.
It doesn't hurt much.
No, actually, it doesn't hurt at all.
Well, it depends what finds you on the other side.
Yeah, but if I'm going with them, I can usually keep the bad shit at bay.
Fair. But no, to answer your question, Alistair, we were once asked to basically lock down an entire area of the city so the technocracy would focus on it and it alone. And considering how nasty the SARS virus is, it would shut down an area of the city and the technocracy would look there and there alone. However, when I had it commissioned by a friend of mine in the order of, what's it called? It's the Order of Knowledge. No, it's the by a Child of Knowledge. I made it so it would be he made it so it would be non-lethal. However, then it turned out that we didn't need it. So I decided to keep it for a rainy day.
A rainy day, so you still have intention to use it on people.
If it becomes necessary, sure, why not?
Dude, I blow people up for a fucking living, and even I have a problem with just keeping a virus around just in case a rainy day comes along and you have to unleash it upon the unknowing populace. At least the people I blow up have a fucking reason for it.
Arthur's going to pull out the grass seed again, and he's going to say, "You really don't want to know what I have stored up for a rainy day." And he's going to put the grass seed away again.
All right, so what? Because you blow people up, you end their lives. You get to be all high and mighty with me for making a couple of dozen have the snifflies for a week or two. I'm sorry, but that does not math, my fine fellow. That does not math.
Okay, the thing is I know who I specifically killed. Okay, they're not children, not any of that. You can't really control who a virus, goes into. Children
Actually,
can get that. It can wreck their immune system. And
You
it can
misunderstand.
die of other things.
This is a magically altered disease. It cannot end in death. It can't even alter your immune system. You will get sick for a week or two. You'll feel like death warmed up, but nothing bad will happen. It will then mysteriously and miraculously break.
so it's kind of like a time-delayed norovirus.
Basically. We were very meticulous in its creation.
Arthur's just going to stand up and stretch. Well, yeah, but anyway, if there's any problem with the new mage, you got to take it up with the speaker, because Verbena tradition's kind of like you guys, where we don't really give a fuck.
I like those traditions. So much less hassle.
Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Arthur's gonna wave.
Good night.
Now then, I've got some work I
Sounded
need to get doing. So, if you wouldn't mind, ladies, you are, after all, free to enjoy my club's amenities, but I require the use of my sanctum.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Right.
Ladies,
Sure.
okay now. And
Oh,
Alistair will just
sorry.
turn on his heel and walk off.
He will add gentleman to that. Sorry, Kim. Evan's tired. Okay. And with that, we shall end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good evening.